welcome back to No Tea,
Just Coffee.
My name is Tam.
And I'm Jordan.
So, episode 2. Actually, I think this whole episode is going to be pretty interesting on the topics that we're going to discuss. So, the meat and potatoes. It is basically just about the power of apologizing. Just saying sorry. There's so much behind that.
It's so simple, but so hard.
But so hard sometimes, right? Yeah. And then our shoot the shit.
It's some shit.
It is.
Doesn't matter.
Numbers. Body counts.
Body counts. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I guess it's now a thing. Could be a thing. We're going to get into it.
We're going to get into it.
Yeah.
We're going to get into it. All right. Well, to get into the meat and potatoes. The power of apologizing.
Lord help us.
My goodness. Like, I just feel like
if we could just...
So many problems
could be
solved with just apologizing, because a simple apology
can fix everything.
But it's also, I just think it's like a moment in where you're just acknowledging the other person's feelings.
Take accountability.
Even if you don't, you know, sometimes you say, you know, I agree to disagree or whatever, right? You could agree to disagree. But just apologizing about the way maybe you might have made the other person feel, that alone
because
will
that is
solve
true.
So much.
Because sometimes it's like, even if you do say sorry, you don't have to say sorry to discount the way that you feel or your opinion about something.
Right.
But maybe, like you said, maybe the way you said it was a little disrespectful or made somebody feel a certain way. Just say, you know what, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I think with like, you know, there's some people where stubborn people, it's just like, I don't get that. I guess my thing is, if you really care about the person, it could be your friend. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be a coworker.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, if you really, like if you care about that person, like, wouldn't you want to just
apologize?
Just apologize. Like, my bad. Like, I didn't mean to, either I didn't mean it that way.
Yep.
Or I didn't mean to make you feel that way.
But here's the thing. Okay, in season 1, we talked about accountability.
That goes hand in hand.
110%.
Yeah.
I think people don't want to be accountable.
Yep.
And if I tell you I'm sorry, I'm admitting to my wrongdoing.
And you know what? Just to go on to this, okay?
Come on, fix your hair.
Sorry, it's going to be a happy. It's been long, y'all.
And your hair went to the side. You was like, hold on. Flip. Let's talk about it.
Let's just talk about the growth.
Come on, hair.
Okay? Thank you. I was going to say, what I will say with that, just because, like, don't say sorry just because, you think, you know that's what I'm doing. No. You have to be, I need it to be a genuine apology.
Please.
Because you just be like, okay, well, I'm sorry. No.
You're just trying to move on.
No, exactly.
So that I'm not mad at you anymore.
Right.
And again, accountability. But also, I think when you continue to not apologize, and I think I'm thinking more of like...
that builds up so much...
Resentment. Now I feel some type of way about you because...
Or you try to like brush over, or you try to pretend it didn't happen. It did
happen.
This recently just happened to me.
Shoot.
And when I say recent, like 2 days ago.
And hit a nerve. And then
2 days ago.
Let's talk about it.
This same thing just happened where it's like hold on. So you're not gonna acknowledge the fact that we just like we're not agreeing on something, or we're not in good terms, or whatever the case may be. You're not going to acknowledge it for one.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to say I'm sorry? Like,
now I'm flipping the table.
Right.
Because here's the thing. Okay. I'm going to give you a little bit of leeway.
I always do.
To apologize. But you're going to know, because my attitude, the temperature is going to shift.
Yeah.
Because now now I'm going downhill with my attitude.
Yeah.
I don't got nothing to give you because we can't even finish that conversation.
Yeah.
If we in a conversation and you done said something that I feel disrespectful, and here's another thing. I think that most human beings, you know when you done rub somebody the wrong way
Absolutely.
or you said something. Most of us do.
And the thing about me is I don't know how to fake the funk. Like you're going to know if I'm upset, I feel some kind of way. You're going to see it in my face, you're going to see it in my attitude, all the above.
I got to get off topic for just
What?
Hold on. So, me and Tam,
I don't know
we
what you
work
have to say.
in the same, we've always worked together.
Right.
But for the past month, I work in the same department.
Oh, yeah, she's back in the department with me.
Hold on.
What? I don't know what I did.
I told Tierra, I said, I could cut the tension with a knife. Hold on. When I say the person on the call with us was giving laughs and giggles, and Tam was like, I'm not giving you not a thing. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, ain't no way Tam gonna fake the funk because
no,
you're not getting a laugh, you're not getting a giggle. And she didn't even make an eye contact with you. Hold on, you was not even making eye contact.
I don't know how to.
Like, I'm not giving it to you.
I'm not giving you. And 2 days ago, I actually tried. Let me tell you, I did. I was trying to hold conversation and, all of that. And then I legit was like, I gotta go. I said, I legit was like, I gotta go. I said, I can't fake it anymore. I said, I'll call you when I'm ready to talk.
Hold on, I'm in tears.
Literally.
Because it started to get in your mind like, your mom was like, girl, you gonna let this go?
And I legit was like, I can't anymore. I tried.
I'm in tears because your mom felt like, girl, you know we don't let them go. You know that bothered you. You gonna let this let
I
you
tried. I really did.
Ooh,
and I even tried to the point where I was like, I'm gonna try to ease into the conversation somehow. Because it just kept building. Like, you just not gonna say nothing.
So let me ask you, is this a close friend, a coworker? Okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Does it bother you more or less if it's somebody that you close with or not? Does that matter? Or
well, it does matter, right?
Yeah.
If it's someone that is in my immediate circle, if it's someone that I love, care about, whether it's my boyfriend, whether it's my friends, my whoever, yes, that bothers me. But if I don't really care too much, for you, then I don't care. I don't need no apology or nothing. And those are the people I can fake the funk with. No,
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you could fake the funk that day.
Okay.
You didn't fake the funk on that day. Because I was like, somebody pull the cord or something. Let's end this meeting now. Because we ain't going no further.
But I'm really nice, guys, okay?
Yeah. But once you wrong her,
it's a wrap.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. Like, it ain't coming back. That's one and done.
Because I'm so... I'm sorry.
No.
Because I personally feel like I am like genuinely a nice person.
Yes.
I don't like conflict. I don't like, I'm very open. I'm honest. And so when I feel like anybody, I don't care who you are, a coworker or a friend or whoever, if I just feel any type of disrespect or if I just feel like there's just any slight wrongdoing, then you see a different side of me. Yeah.
I kind of go back and forth with that because I've got somebody that I work with, and you done did wrong. I can write a book, okay? And you ain't apologized not one time.
That's it.
And that
just keeps that one thing after another.
You ain't apologized. You ain't never. And also accountability goes with that too.
Yes.
Because sometimes people don't know how to maybe apologize or have never been in a space where they have to apologize. But if you can at least be accountable and say, you know what? I don't need the words, I'm sorry.
Right.
Or I don't need you to say, I apologize. But if you say, you know what? I was wrong in that. I didn't handle that correctly. If you can take accountability for your actions in that time, I can move on.
And let me tell you how easy it is for me. Okay. And eventually we end up talking things out.
Yeah.
the moment, I kid you not,
Yeah.
the moment they apologized,
Good to go.
I was like, all right, well, so,
Yep.
it was that easy.
What we say? The power.
The power. It just like all the anger, because
Yep.
and it was a genuine apology.
That's important too.
So I was like, okay, like that was it.
Because then you start to think, I think just like in my relationship, if Alfred doesn't apologize, and again, bless his heart, he ain't gonna say, I'm sorry. He ain't gonna say, I apologize, but he will say, you know what? I wasn't right about that.
Why is that?
My bad. That kind of thing.
What is it against I'm sorry versus?
I'm like, I'm not trying to punk you or that, like, you better apologize. No. Just that he is accountable. But I could probably count on my hand how many times that I heard him say, I'm sorry. But I apologize.
Is that a thing though for him? Like him saying like, I'm sorry? I'm just curious.
I actually have never asked him.
You should ask him.
Why he doesn't use those words.
Yeah.
But he has always been very accountable of like, I didn't do that.
I didn't do that right.
I didn't go about that correctly.
Yeah.
But that is a good thought to ask him about that.
And maybe he doesn't realize he's not saying it. I don't know. I wonder if it's a guy thing.
I was just gonna say,
boys behind the camera, Greg,
come on down. Yeah. So, Greg,
very curious to get your perspective on this.
That's your cousin.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What
is there a difference between I'm sorry and my bad?
There is, in my opinion.
Okay.
But I think a lot of that has to do with maybe how you're raised. And I'll say that to say, I was primarily raised by my mom, who was a nurturer.
Good point.
Males don't tend to be nurturers or play towards their emotions. Gosh. They're more of a pride, ego. Hey, know what you did wrong.
Yeah.
How do we move forward? Let's move forward. Let's move past it. So that's my 2 cents.
No,
that's great.
That's literally never.
Clap the hands. Hit the button. Clap the hands. Yeah.
That was good.
That was a great perspective. And I think that's what it is, because it was nothing but testosterone and masculinity in the household. So
that's a good point. Thank you for that.
Let's check back 20 years later. Maybe I'll get I'm sorry on my deathbed. Just one time.
Do you want to hear I'm sorry?
No.
Oh, okay.
I know I'm never gonna get it from him.
No.
I don't need to hear the words.
Oh, okay, that's what I was getting at.
He is very accountable though. That I'm fine with.
That
now, if you ain't giving me either one, we going to therapy. We got to talk about this. What's going on? Why can't you? So he's very accountable for his behavior. He don't never say, you know what? I'm sorry.
Is that a thing for me?
I apologize.
I don't know if that's a thing for me. Like for me to hear, I'm sorry, or
for you to hear it.
Like, oh, my bad. I should. Don't say my bad.
Hold on. I was just no. Do not tell me my bad. Because that's the same as somebody just apologizing so that we can move on.
Right.
My bad. No. Mm-mm.
If
I don't want to hear my bad. That's like somebody hitting your foot or stepping on your toe. My bad. No, it's serious. It's serious. Don't give me no my bad.
Yeah, I guess I don't necessarily need to hear I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I do think a lot of that does go with, and to Greg's point too, like, is it a learned behavior?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of household did you grow up in? Like,
just acknowledge. You mean like in general? One, how you say it.
Yep.
And then two, is it a thing? Like, were you growing up? Did that happen to you?
That's right.
Were there apologies?
Because sometimes I don't even think.
I'm gonna say, I don't know if I necessarily grew up like with people.
I
like
never
my
heard.
family. Yeah.
No.
I'm sorry.
Listen, we was a little rough around the edges, even though. Yeah, no, we didn't. We barely said I love you in our household.
Now that part.
Now I say I love you to other people outside my household.
Ain't that crazy?
Oh, what?
Ain't that me too? Sorry, just really off topic real quick. I'll even like hug.
And don't even hug my own sister. I don't even hug my sister.
That's so sad.
Because we be like, hey sister, and it's like one of them.
It's like
one of them fake hugs.
But like it could be somebody new.
Like, hey,
yeah.
I just saw Tam yesterday.
Dang, that's kind of
and
sad.
I still hug her, but I don't hug my sister just because we didn't hug. We were plain and simple. We were not affectionate.
Yes, same
in our household.
Yeah,
and then also,
and maybe like growing up, this it kind of goes back to we had an episode we were talking about just like old school parenting.
Why was I just gonna say that?
I'm not gonna apologize for nothing. What?
Oh, child, my dad still on the pot. He's 77. He's still holding on.
You know what? Okay.
Still holding on.
My dad.
Oh, your dad's the same. I think
same age.
Yeah. No, Lord. Yeah. Nope.
Okay. Let me tell you something.
You done shifted his seat.
Well, because this just made me think about a time. What happened? I think it was just something, just like how often maybe we were talking to each other, something like that, and I just expressed it to my mom. That's it. Just, like when you just calling and talking or whatever. So of course she says something to my dad. My dad calls me.
We do.
Right.
We do.
My dad calls me. He was like,
oh shoot.
I was like, hello? He's like, what's up? I said, what's up? He's like, what's up? What's up, Dad?
What is up? What's going on? That's what he was like. What
his way of apologizing was like, he's like, yeah, your mom told me that, whatever the words were, but that was his apology.
That was
like, I said, okay.
Literally, your mom told me that this happened, and that was
so
all. So
I was like, okay. So what else is going on?
What do I do with that? Where do we go from here? So his acknowledgement, not of what he did, but of the situation.
Yeah, your mom told me.
Thanks,
Dad.
That's it. You're going to have to take it and put it in your pocket.
And I just took
about
it.
Your business.
I took it.
My dad, I think the best I'm ever going to get is, it was always like, so why, or it was like, now you know what I meant, or now you know I love you, I don't do I know?
Do I?
Because you should be apologizing about this action.
Yeah.
But he was like, I love, I would not, or so I'm like, he ain't never gonna apologize. He just makes it come back on me as if I shouldn't need an apology.
Right.
So that's how he being, and he, like I said, he's 77.
I mean, I think that's just like people in general that are just stubborn.
And then also my dad is just very rough around the edges. He's super masculine. And
it goes back to what Greg was saying. Yeah. Just, how he grew up and stuff like that. So,
I'm sure he's like, my daughter ain't about to get over on me. I apologize.
That's funny.
Like about wrongdoings.
That's funny.
So, I mean, I do think in some relationships could be mended and probably have been broken for years.
For a simple apology. I can think of one right now that I really think that if this is a friendship. Yeah. That if we just sat down and just apologized.
On both sides.
On both sides. Okay. Even me, I personally have no problem saying I'm sorry. Yeah. If I'm wrong. Yeah. And I'll even say, if I see that if I did something, most of the time it's intentional. I didn't even know that I did it, right? But if I see that the other person is feeling some kind of way, I'll be I'm sorry. I didn't, it wasn't intentional. I didn't mean to, or whatever the case may be,
So with that situation, is the other person aware of?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, but I do think, because I've had some time to think about the friendship, and I see, I can see her side of things, right? I can understand her side of things, like her perspective, of the relationship. I can't say whether or not she sees my perspective of things.
Okay,
but
so you've never had a conversation.
Well, throughout the friendship, we had a couple conversations. Yeah,
but nobody has I guess what I'm saying is whatever the, if you will, elephant in the room has not been brought up or acknowledged, and then it's never been a moment where y'all can do that and say, I'm sorry on both sides.
I think it was a thing of not understanding each side's perspective in the moment. So when you don't understand,
no, that's true.
You know, if you don't understand it, then you're not about to, or you're going to get one of those half-assed apologies.
No,
like,
that's
oh,
true.
I'm sorry, like my bad. You know,
because there is a bit of ownership in. I acknowledge how you feel. I acknowledge your perspective.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, I have apologized and I still really never understood their perspective. But I also
knew that you hurt their,
because I knew we weren't going to be able to move forward.
Right.
So for the greater good of our relationship, I'll apologize. Now, I do have a relationship that I'm probably the one that's going to apologize more than the other. I know I probably will never get an apology, but again, for the greater good of our relationship,
okay, so
I just move on.
So this must be a relationship that you really want to keep, and so
like,
you're willing to be the bigger person in it.
Will I do that forever? Probably
That's
not.
the question, right?
Because it's not
It's not
very imbalanced.
Yeah.
And it's been that way since I can remember. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think as I get, even me telling you this is me acknowledging the imbalance there.
Yeah.
Previous to that, I just did it because it just helped us move on and go. Because if I really sit in it, I may never talk to that person again.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm always having to be the bigger person. I'm always the one that's having to apologize.
So meaning you see more good in the relationship than bad, and you don't want to.
Yeah, but I do think there is a time where I probably will get tired of it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because I think like, especially when and we talked about it on another episode, as you get older, your boundaries. Because I think that is a part of it too. Is my boundary with that person is changing as I get older.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you
learn new boundaries for yourself in every relationship.
And here's the thing too. When I started to get older, I created boundaries with other people that also helped me acknowledge that I didn't have a boundary in this relationship for that same issue. Why should I give this person a pass?
Right.
And this person is not.
Right.
Now, it may take me longer to create that boundary with this person and say, okay, now listen, you got to be accountable for your behavior. And I need some apologies every now and then.
Yeah.
I mean,
in general, like, you don't want to always feel like everything is one-sided. For me, that is the one thing that is going to push me away.
100%.
If I feel like it's always me, like the fact that you're saying that you probably know that you are always going to be the one to have to apologize or always the one to have to be the bigger person. Oh my gosh. Like, that for me, once I start to feel that way, that's where I you will see me fall all the way back.
Yeah.
Because like, why am I in this by myself? If I'm always the one to say something, to acknowledge, oh, hey, we have this issue, so let's talk about, even when I'm upset or when maybe you're upset, if I am always that one, who the hell is thinking about me?
It is not, I was just going to say.
Who's thinking about me and my feelings?
You're not thinking about me.
Right.
You're thinking about you, how you feel, how you look.
In the moment.
Moment, what's honestly serving you. That was serving me.
Yes.
Because if you don't have to apologize, you good.
And now, kind of going back to our first episode with boundaries.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a new boundary of mine. I'm not.
I know. Yeah.
Like, I'm not.
And you don't have to.
Yeah.
Because I think, like, with that particular, I think I had to. I was young. And as we both get older, like I said, I'm starting to recognize the power of boundaries, the power of that apology. Oof, and so I think because like when I was younger, I think, and we talked about that too, it's like I definitely was a people pleaser. And so I thought if I apologize, it serves them. Never did it serve me. Because I'm just bearing the weight of not receiving that apology time over time over time.
Good. You're constantly thinking about the other person.
Constantly. And they're not thinking about you.
Not thinking about
and the
you.
damage that they're doing to you by not apologizing.
And then once again, going back to that resentment.
Yeah.
You start to resent.
Oh, I got
right. And then it kind of goes back to the thing of like, I don't hold grudges, but like that probably will turn into one. Like
100%.
I'm the one that's constantly having to be the bigger person to say I'm sorry or to whatever the case may be every single time. Yeah, that's probably gonna turn into a grudge.
And you know what too? We always talk about accountability. When you allow that person, as we're talking through it, I'm talking to myself, it's like when you don't not make them, but
no, in a way you have to.
Right.
You have to teach them how to treat you.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Because their behavior will never change.
Sure won't.
And you have to be responsible in that as well too. So there is a responsibility for me to address it, to change their behavior, because I know I'm not the only one that they're doing it to.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, and that kind of actually goes back to the story of like our coworker we talked about or mentioned. Same thing, you know, you have to show people or teach people how to treat you.
Well, and I think that this is not apology but boundary. Some people don't even know what that is, because when I was having the conversation with her, I was like, you have got to create boundaries. Yeah. But for me, I didn't know what that was either. So when I recognized it and started working in it and started creating them, now I'm passing the word to everybody. Boundary. Yeah. Apology has a lot to do with that too.
Yes, absolutely.
So.
Absolutely.
Apologize. It may hurt you in the moment. Even to apologize, sometimes it hurts you.
What you mean by that?
Because
an apology, like you apologizing because you always have to be the bigger person.
Well, also because, okay, say I'm the one who never apologizes to you. Now you create that boundary, or now you like, okay, wait a minute.
And so it's hurting you because now
it's like, now I gotta look at myself in the mirror and be like, why don't I apologize? And why have I been doing that to Tam this whole time? Like, now your character, you thought you was good. Yeah. You thought you was like this great person. And now somebody like, no, you got a little more work to do. Right. And one of them is you're not taking accountability. And you don't never apologize. So now you're like, well, why don't I apologize? Why do I find it so hard to apologize?
I ain't gonna hurt them. Let's just teach them.
Sam, like, I don't even care about all that. Do it. Okay? But no, for real. Yeah. Just apologize. Think about it. Marinate on it. But also apologize, because I guarantee you're going to be better for it. And that relationship is better for it.
And you can just like quickly move on from things.
Lord. Yeah.
So.
I'm just talking to warm me up, okay? So, before we move on to shoot the shit, is that it?
Yeah, that's all I have. That's all I have with apologizing. I just know. Yeah. I think apologizing and accountability, they go hand in hand. 100%. You know what I mean? And it really can just save
it can.
Many relationships.
Because we're all adults.
Yeah.
Most of us have common sense. Yeah. If you know you wronged somebody, apologize. And years later, still apologize. I don't care if it's 5 or 10 years later, you know. Oh, I'm going to say this and we're going to move on. I had a friend in high school. We was best friends. And I had God has found me since then, okay? Jesus has said, when I say trust issues and walls in high school, because I was going through a lot.
In high school?
Well, that's when I had lost my mom, and then I had lost my best friend like that very next year. So I just was out here trusting nobody, okay? Wow. So my friend had wronged me, what I thought was something wrong. Okay. And I'm building up this story in my head, and I literally...
Okay, wait.
literally did her wrong I just cut her off in the way of like, stop talking to her, stop calling her, stop hanging out with her. And I eventually just cut her off. Didn't even tell her why. And I apologized maybe, I think it was like 8 years later. I sent her a Facebook message and I apologized because that was extremely wrong on my part. I knew it was, I did it, and it sat with me because I really loved that person.
Okay. I just kind of want to piggyback off of something that you said.
Yeah.
Just the fact of when you don't apologize, when you don't address a situation.
Yeah.
It allows that person to create their own story.
For years.
Their own story, their own, like, perspective, like, that's why it's like, you have to, like, address it right then.
Right then. Or don't let 10 years go by, or almost 10 years like I did.
Because you create this story, and it's like, no, that's not
Because I know I was somewhat of a villain.
Yeah.
You know, and rightfully so. Yeah. I didn't treat people with the amount of respect and grace that they deserved back then. And I recognize that now. You know, I'm much older. And I just
can't see you being like that. Like,
I don't know.
Savage? Yeah, I can't see
it was not good. I was out here just surviving.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what I was. Yeah. I was just in survival mode. And if I felt like anybody was... I had a lot of walls. If I felt like anybody was doing something that I couldn't sit well with, I'm cutting you off.
Done.
Done.
Okay.
And so that one I felt very bad because we were best friends.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have handled it that way.
Yeah.
So, but anywho, no matter what, just apologize.
Did you? Now I'm curious. Now I'm invested.
Now I feel like I'm 60 Minutes.
Well, no, I'm invested. Did you?
Now tell me.
You said you reached out.
I did.
Okay.
On Facebook.
And now, was it an apology to like clear your conscience of like knowing, I did wrong?
It was to clear my conscience. And it was also because I wanted to actually, I think I did damage there because I let too much time pass. And like you said, a story can build.
Yes.
And so I think that story was built, and I wanted to, because I really cared about her and I respect her as a person, and she helped me grow in many ways. So I wanted to kind of start that relationship up again, or that friendship.
Okay, so you did want to start it.
And we did slightly.
Okay.
But I kind of knew coming in, the trust is not there.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
So that really was my intention to because I thought about it so often throughout the years. I was like, Jordan, you need to apologize because you made that girl feel like she did something wrong.
Yeah.
And she really didn't.
Yeah.
And you didn't even give her the chance to talk it through.
Yeah.
So, so I just think she's an amazing person, and she didn't deserve it. So I apologize, and I thought we could repair our friendship, but sometimes, so much time has passed, you can't.
Do you think that she fully accepted the apology, or did you guys like talk anymore, or was it just like?
Yeah, we talked
like about that situation.
Did we talk about that situation? Yes, we did. Okay. Because I think I went to go get my hair done. She did hair. And I think we talked about it briefly. And then we were just because so much time had passed. I was in my 20s. She was in her 20s. I had a kid.
Yeah.
All these things transpired. It's like, how do I pick up and go on from here?
Yeah.
But I know she wasn't upset with me because she treated me just like I knew how we were in high school. We picked right up.
Yeah.
And we was, chit-chatting. We both goofy or whatever. But I just think too much time had passed to really make it something.
Yeah. And you guys have, you've, like you said, you guys have grown in just two different paths.
It's just two different paths.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just felt like that was necessary at that time.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, anything else?
Nope. That's it for me. How about you?
Oh, that's it for me.
Okay. So now we're about to shoot the shit. So body count, body of it. So, so where I got this from, I was watching a podcast called Club Shay Shay. That's like literally one of my favorite podcasts.
Oh my gosh, she references that all the time.
And Tam and Chance.
Yeah.
Fridays with Tam and Chance.
Yes.
And now I'm hooked on
Tonight's Conversation. Now that's mine. Tonight's Conversation.
Hold on, it's spicy.
It's so good. I want to go to a live show. Anyways.
Oh, I hope.
Yeah.
Oh, and the No For Sure podcast. That's what we went to the live one.
Yeah.
So somebody was on his podcast and they were talking about how many people they've been with. I think this person is in their 30s. And the first thing that came to my mind was, we still doing that? Like,
why does it matter?
Why does it matter? And why are we even asking on live?
Okay, this may be, I don't know if this is going to set me up or not, but who's counting? Okay.
I gotta be honest. I know how many.
You want me to be honest? I don't know. And that's not.
And that's okay.
But that's not to say like
But
like
here's
I'm
the
out
thing.
here. But like who's like?
Here's the thing. If you was out here, because I know who you are as a person, I don't give a shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, first off,
you can be. You can drop
care.
A number, and I don't give a damn because. And I think that's what my point was. I'm not looking at who you slept because that doesn't even matter. That's not why I'm talking to you. That's not why I'm with you. That's not why I'm friends with you. That's not why I'm pursuing you.
Some people they do, and I think their perspective. Actually, I just don't really know. Really, I was about to try to make something up. Like I don't know why.
Oh, and you know what bothered me about that was after she said the number. I love him, but. What's his name? No, okay, now, first off, let me just say this. It's probably because she was a female. Now, that is where it starts to, really irritate me. Yeah. Because if I want to be out here in these streets, I'm going
to be out here. Okay?
Especially, who pays my bills? Who? Me.
Yeah. It doesn't matter to me. Like, I don't care if
I don't care.
I don't care what my partner's numbers were because you're with me now. So.
And I didn't, so... From a male, you out and about, and you see a nice lady. She's attractive to you. She don't have in her forehead body count 77. You attracted to her. She sound good. She look good. And then when she say her body count, now you don't want nothing to do with her
because I think it's this like, it's this this mindset from like men of just like. I truly don't understand. Like, listen, because I can say I've been with 50 people. Okay, let's say that. Let's say my number count is 50.
Oh, yeah.
I can guarantee you there is a guy that's like, she been ran through, she washed up,
absolutely.
She this and that. What?
But he got.
But your number counts 100 and you fine? What? Wait a minute.
You done been ran through every neighborhood I know, but you that guy. I mean, that's even in high school. I remember like the jocks, one in particular probably slept with every female I knew in high school that was willing to give it to him. And then if a female...
But guys are praised for that stuff.
100% praised. Like, oh yeah, he that guy, he been with her and her sister. Now...
This Lori Harvey, okay, going to Lori Harvey. She's been with all the...
Yeah.
Fine, man.
And I mean, she getting top of the shelf.
Immediately, people are like, "Oh, she this. Oh, she been ran through." Da da da. Why is that? Who cares about?
I was just gonna say, but really, I don't even know her numbers, and nobody does. Really, anybody know her numbers like that? It's just you see her with a different guy, and you assume that she out here.
And that's another thing, right? And if she was,
I was just gonna say,
and
that's her business.
Yeah.
Now, on the other side of the thing, if you and I friends and you out here and then you have Planned Parenthood every...
Or popping pills every...
Hold on. Plan B is... Hold on.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
If you go to CVS one more time and get that goddamn Plan B. No. We are...
Be smart about it.
We're going to have an intervention, sis.
No.
Because now it's a health issue, and I'm concerned. Okay?
Oh my God.
Now, be responsible.
I know. I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
Look.
Now,
I really don't. I don't care. I don't care. Okay, like as long as you're smart about it, you're protecting yourself. Whatever. Like do what
you're not the number one customer at Planned Parenthood. I don't care.
Yeah, I had some fun, and let's just be honest here, okay? Yeah. I just feel like most people when they're younger, because I know. Nobody better not say nothing or look at me crazy, okay? Mm-hmm. We have all had our fun, okay?
Oh, 100%.
And I am not ashamed of that at all. Now,
because that's your business.
It's my business.
And here's the thing, too.
I still don't know what my numbers are. Dang, that makes me sound like, wait a minute, hold on. No.
It's like there was that one. He don't care because he was trash. Right. So,
I have something for it.
Try to burn that in my memory. Okay? My thing is, like, I do remember in high school, one of my friends, a little loosey-goosey. You know what I mean?
No, that high school?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was so, like, sweet and innocent in high school.
Oh, you was revving in the 20s?
No, college.
He was like, new world.
No, seriously, high school, I think you can ask anybody, like, who knows Tam now, compared to, like, high school Tam, two completely different people. I was like,
your mom dropped you, like, bye!
Well, because I grew up in Alaska. Yeah. We just played in snow. It was so innocent. And then I just wasn't about that life.
Yeah. Now, I do know some people that was about that life, but it was done in a way that wasn't, like, messy.
Right,
you know
exactly.
What I mean? It was right. These are two, well, we were not grown, but these are two individuals that you want to sleep with me, I want to sleep with you. It's consensual.
That's so crazy.
And
high school.
Listen.
But I know it was a thing. I just like, in my mind, I'm like,
there were many 16 and pregnant
I know.
in high school. And I'll give you one better.
Man, high school.
I had she wasn't really a friend, but, in middle school, that had a baby. Jesus. I said, good God. But hey, it happens.
That's great. Now, I had just came from Alaska. I started middle school. So I lived in Alaska from like 5 to 12. My parents were military. If you're trying to figure out how did a black person, that's why. Right. My parents were in the military. My mom was stationed there. And so we moved back to Indy. This is where my family is from. But I started middle school here in Indy. And again, it's Alaska. I remember riding my bike just down the street and the wind blowing. I'm playing in the snow.
A Lifetime movie.
No, seriously, like it was just no care. Yeah. I was genuinely a kid.
Yeah.
I was a kid, as you should be at the age of 12. Okay? I moved to Indianapolis and started middle school, and they talking about sex.
Hold on,
they talking about this and they talking about that, and I'm like,
what's the movie with Mr. Clark, Lean on Me?
Oh yeah,
that's probably what it felt like going to Indy.
It was
who the hell?
Yeah, middle school it was crazy. Then get to high school, still very much in that innocence, whatever. I mean, I had a boyfriend and all that jazz.
Yeah.
College, we turned up a little bit.
Hey,
and I'll say this, like all jokes aside though, right? All jokes aside, did I have my fun? Like yes, know, but. I was smart every single time.
I was just going to say, one thing I got a lot of sisters. So I learned, I'm the youngest. Mm-hmm. So I learned a lot and saw a lot. Jesus.
Right.
So I learned playing smart.
Yeah.
And then also, like I said, one of my friends was in high school. It was under the radar. He ain't running his mouth. She ain't running her mouth about who they done slept with. Like, make sure it's somebody that has a little bit of respect for what y'all doing.
Absolutely.
Instead of like, oh yeah, I took her down and now.
Absolutely.
Because really, I remember in high school, somebody changing the narrative. Like, she's not promiscuous. She ain't out here in the streets. But because you running around telling your boys, like, I took her down and we did this, now she's perceived as a hoe. And it wasn't like she was
That was the thing.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like she was out here sitting with the whole football team. It was
but you know what? I'm even going to say, and even if she was. Yeah. I'm even going to say that.
Listen, spread it out. Every other person. Don't be him, and him. Gosh.
Oh man!
Like, give it a little bit of mystery. Like,
no, you're right.
Every
you're
fifth
right.
person or something.
I'm being funny. I'm
I
joking,
know.
but ultimately
still,
for me, like I can really care less what the body count is. I've never asked. I've never thought to ask,
and I don't care.
I'm never going to ask because I personally don't care.
I don't either.
Now, if someone tries to ask me, I couldn't tell you just because, and that's not saying like my numbers are high.
Yeah.
I just never.
I'm not thinking about it.
I don't have a notebook that's like, okay, that's 1 and that's 2.
Right.
I would have to like sit, like just, I would just have to think about it.
But, and again, back to the original thing is like, this woman is in her late 30s or mid to late 30s.
And that's another point.
Why are you asking her that? And two, like, by that time, I done did so much in my life. I'm not thinking about how many people I done slept with.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess when you
because that's not even the like top priority anymore. Like,
it's not. I mean,
for me or for
age, I didn't even think about the age thing. Now, if you like 16, like I got about 50 people. Pause.
No, that's what I said.
Yeah,
sis.
Even if you kind of in your 20s and
you're knocking them down.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like I don't care.
Now,
but there are like
stipulations,
I guess, or
like you don't want to. Listen here. You don't want to do every trick by the time you 18.
Facts.
Because now you're tired.
Or you're not, but you just don't. You shouldn't do that.
Give a little bit of stretch it out a bit.
Or don't stretch it out.
Or literally keep it tight.
Keep it tight.
There we go. Because that is important. Because by the time you 20, ain't no walls to be had.
Oh, that's sad.
It's a whole lot of stretching room. And nobody want to do that.
Okay, see, now we're playing into the whole thing of how guys look at females.
Here's the thing. I don't give a damn how they look. As a woman to woman, I'm telling you that the more that you...
So is it the number or is it the, what's the word?
Activities?
No, the, not consistency. What's the... Come on, somebody.
I'm trying. I don't know.
So it's not necessarily the number.
2 words.
No, it's not necessarily the number. It's like the wow
frequency.
Thank you.
There we go.
Jeez, words.
Okay, so
I don't care about I really don't care about numbers. But if you tear them down every day,
hold on. First of all,
man or woman.
Let me just say this. There is no way I'm gonna be able to knock them down. I'm a very sleepy person.
That is facts. Oh, that's funny. I'm a very sleepy person.
Listen, sis ain't got it in her, okay? So
she ain't always been sleepy though, okay?
Life has whooped me. You hear me? Okay? I'm tired. I'm going to bed at 9. But what I'm saying is, you going to be sore as hell. You ain't, who's peeing?
I just knew you was going to just say something very profound. You going to be...
That's not safe. I'm concerned. Because we all have the same body parts.
You gonna be sore as hell. Whoa.
You have to pee after this. You know that, right? Like, you have to sit down on hard surfaces. And sis, we gotta think about this. So, okay.
Okay, real quick though, because we keep talking about the female. What about the male?
Yeah. Okay, Greg.
Voice behind the camera.
Greg. Let's start with the very basic. Do we care about the body count
Oh, this is funny.
or not?
Who?
As from a male perspective.
Yeah.
Depends on the male.
Okay, well, you are the male.
Do you
care?
care?
Me personally, no.
And why not?
Doesn't matter what happened before.
Period.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is. It's like, if you really want to know my body count, you really wasn't even trying to get to know me anyway. Because that's not a part of who I am as a person.
Say that again?
If I go into it, I'm like, I wonder how many people he slept with. It's like, but what's that got to do with his personality? What's that got to do with his career?
Okay.
Like,
what's that
got to do with his like all the things of substance?
Mm-hmm.
That ain't got nothing to do. Now,
what happens to the nails? Since
I do want you to
the
be
woman's gonna be sore afterwards. Is that what you're worried about?
I'm worried about. Okay, by the time though, I do want you to have experience. I think there is.
Oh, please. Yes. I would appreciate that. Actually.
Oh, absolutely. Don't come a fresh. Right, what is it? Rip me out the package. A bag of red plastic.
It's close enough, yes. Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. I want it out of the package.
Yeah.
And a little rough around the edges.
Mm-hmm.
Not physically rough around the edges, but like, I want you to be a little...
Just kidding.
Now you're going to go sore. But I think... I don't care about the body count, but what I am saying is you do have to have experience. That is the only way you get to know what you like and what you don't like.
No, I agree. Yeah. I don't care about the number, but I do care about like the I was basically about to say the exact same thing you just said. The experience. Meaning
Tim has checked out. Like
no, more so meaning like as long as you were like safe and careful and you've been getting checked and all that stuff.
Because there's nothing worse than a guy. I remember I dated a guy who was like 18 or 19. This precious lamb. He had no idea. And I was like, I can't wait till this is over. Because he had no idea what he was doing.
Oh.
And I was like,
okay, but now, first off, that's a whole other conversation. But what I will say, some people need to be taught. Okay, it's okay, and that was your opportunity to teach.
I'm not here to teach.
Clearly,
I'm not teaching.
Okay.
Well, what they say? I don't know what they say.
I don't know what they say.
Teach me to please me. I don't know. Does that make that up?
That sounds good.
Teach.
It's okay.
Yeah. You can teach somebody how to please you. But
yes.
But also too, even if you've been knocking bodies down, you may not even know shit in the bedroom.
That is true.
You be like, I didn't knock down. He's trash.
That's very true.
Girl, he was trash.
Yeah.
Like, y'all think he this, that, and the other, and he's totally trash. Mm-hmm. And I know.
No, he thinks he's.
Oh, he think he that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he get with that girl, and she like,
reality check.
And she never calls you again. You don't know why. Sir, listen to this. She ain't called you back because you was trash.
We can do it too, guys. We can do it too. We can peace out on you guys.
She said, no, I don't want to go through this again.
I don't want to do it again.
And I'm not going to teach them.
Oh, man, that's funny. All right. Well.
That was good.
Told you guys this episode, both topics was going to be very interesting.
Very interesting.
I couldn't wait to get to this one. I couldn't wait to get to this topic.
Yeah, we went like real serious and then we did an upswing and that's how it is.
That's how it is.
So,
anything else before we close out?
I think that's it for me.
All right. Well, like always, please make sure you comment, subscribe, share.
Yes. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for us.
Yeah. Until next time, no tea.
Just coffee.
Bye.
Bye.